It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, for the Grizzlies, the first half of the season has not been kind to them, and unfortunately, with their play lately, they're not exactly giving off the vibe that they're ready to turn things around. Well, tonight we get to see one of the top point guards in the league, and Kyle Lowry. You know all about his ability to shoot and come up with big plays, but he also has a great basketball IQ, studies the game as much as anybody does.
Oh, he's a student of the game. He watches film, from what I hear, religiously all the time, trying to exploit the weaknesses of his opposition. He's fantastic with his court awareness. I love Kyle Lowry.
Do you watch a lot of film, Shaq?
I don't watch a lot of film, but I watch this guy. He's the second coming of Chris Paul.
Really?
He's developed into a leader and a coach on the floor.
Wow, that is very, very strong.
Yes.
You, Shaq.
Best leader in basketball.
Kenny,
a friend
do you
of
watch
mine
a lot of
always says
films?
that.
I did watch a lot of film, you know.
These days, do you watch many films?
Yeah, I watch, I just saw a couple movies by Denzel Washington, a couple movies by, I watch a lot of film.
I only got one film I watch, Ernie.
What's that?
Your highlight reel.
I Am Kazam.
We'll see you later.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, guys, they come in off that loss to the Knicks in New York.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
Well, they still should have been more active on defense, giving those guys a run for their money.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready? And so off the tip, it's Toronto. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Toronto right now, Ibaka is the 4 and Valanciunas in the middle. Lowry and DeRozan are the 1 and the 2. They create so much offense. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Well, one thing about DeMar DeRozan, he lives in the gym.
I mean, people talk about that he's always working on his game. They talk about him in the offseason being in the lab with all different type of trainers. And the results, they speak for themselves.
And he knocks down the first one.
Love how DeRozan has grown as a player, as a leader of this team. And he's done a great job learning how to get to the line more frequently.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Well, DeMar DeRozan grew up in Compton, idolizing Kobe Bryant. He's patterned his game after him as an isolation scorer, able to hit tough shots with a hand in his face.
It's good.
Love the effort from Mike Conley, not letting the defense get the best of him down low.
Here's the Raptors with the ball. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
And DeRozan always looking to get into his defender. He's got the size, Steve, and the athleticism to finish over the top.
And he has worked a lot on his ball handling and footwork. The master at the mid-range game. He's a bucket getter. In isolation plays, he's comfortable creating his own offense.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
And so here's Memphis. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
4 on the shot clock. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Whenever a guy is open, Conley will find him. He has a talent for getting the ball to his guys quickly.
Memphis on defense. Outside Lowry. Outside DeRozan. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The savvy and body control of DeRozan. It allows him to finish the play through contact and get to the line. For a long time, it seemed like the league slept on Kyle Lowry. He wasn't an every night starter until his 8th season in the league. I think he still brings that underdog mentality every night.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. And Lowry had to scrap and fight for the starting role, even in Toronto. And Smitty, at first, they had him playing behind Jose Calderon.
I don't think they know what they had in Lowry. Sometimes you don't see what's right under your nose. In the end, he forced their hand, and look now. Unbelievable player.
And so here's Toronto following the shot by Evans. Up top, Valanciunas. He's guarded by Davis. Outside DeRozan. Lets it go from 11. Davis with some nice D.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Toronto called for the foul. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw good for McLemore.
You know, the Raptors have the advantage of continuity. There's a trust and an understanding they share. Helps them win a lot of games.
He doesn't get the second one. And when you talk about the continuity and maturity of this Raptors team, is there a flip side to that, Steve? Does that limit their upside?
Well, Kevin, is interesting. This front office has brought in some nice young pieces. I wouldn't write off their upside. They can improve if those younger guys make some strides.
Here's McLemore. Following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Davis sets a screen, and McLemore kicks to Evans. Over in the corner, Green. Shot clock at 6. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Screened by Ibaka. Pass to DeRozan. Over McLemore. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
Davis sets a screen. Davis with a screen on Lowry. Right wing. Ripped away. Outside DeRozan. And Lowry has it in the corner. Feeds to Valanciunas. Over Davis. Here's Ibaka. And Davis sends it back. Lowry against Conley. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Here's McLemore. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And Davis sends it back. And they're able to recover. Good on the shot.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Conley with it. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. Now here's McLemore outside. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Raptors with the lead. Stolen by Conley. And it's Memphis on the break. Evans leading the charge. 2 points. That one goes. Evans has got his first bucket in this one.
Love how Evans reacts on defense, using his vice grips to tear the ball away.
Screen by Ibaka. Valanciunas with a screen on Conley. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. And Davis sends it back. Conley against Lowry. Evans outside. And McLemore kicks to Conley. Dishes it to McLemore. 5 to shoot. Shoots over DeRozan. McLemore, no good. The Raptors shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. And DeRozan throws it down.
You have to put DeRozan on the short list for best finishers in the NBA. He is fearless going to the rack.
Now here's Conley. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And it's Evans missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And at full speed, there aren't a lot of people that can prevent Lowry from finishing on the break.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The feed to Green. He kicks it to McLemore. The pass to Evans. Now the dish to Conley. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Mike Conley Jr., you know, you talk about being bred for success. Remember, his dad was a gold medalist in the triple jump. And you can just see that athleticism in his game. Super quick and elusive out on the floor.
First free throw is good. And with Conley's athleticism and his handle, tough to keep him out of the lane.
And if you go under on that pick, he can hurt you from deep. This guy really the complete package, arguably the most underrated point guard in our league.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And so he makes both from the line.
Talk about steady floor generals. Mike Conley definitely comes to mind. Very stingy with his turnovers. He's always under control.
Now here's Miles. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Powell dishes to Pirtle. Powell with the screen. Pirtle, the pass to Miles. Over Conley. And it's Miles missing. And Mike Conley, exactly what you want, you know, Steve, in a point guard. He ticks all the boxes.
He does. He makes the game easier for his teammates. He's a competitor, but more importantly, he's a coach on the floor.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Chalmers against Wright. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Jakob Pirtle. Steve, so much of being a great offensive player is learning to draw contact and work yourself to the free throw line. When you look at the league right now, who are some of the best in the league, in your estimation, doing that?
James Harden is one of those guys. He gets to the line, double-digit figures sometimes, free throw attempts. DeMar DeRozan, DeMarcus Cousins. I think Russell Westbrook, because he's such a guy that's in attack mode and he likes contact. The guys who like contact, they get to the line a lot.
And the first one drops.
And maybe no team in this league more connected with its city than the Grizzlies are with Memphis. A common identity, grit, and grind defining them both.
Martin's checked in for the Grizzlies. Brooks comes in for Michael Conley. And so Chalmers nails both of them. And the Grizzlies began their first 6 seasons, of course, in Vancouver, British Columbia. Now, hard to believe they're in their 17th season here in Memphis.
You know, they found a home on the banks of the Mississippi, a loyal, passionate fan base. It's a small town, but that fosters the family relationship between the players and the community.
Memphis trailing here. There's the pick. Brooks with a screen on Miles. Out to Brooks. Over right. Here's Martin. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Raptors have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Here's Miles. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. Dave, what'd you find out?
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
And here is Chalmers. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Back to Parsons. There's the pick. Off the pick. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Here's Pirtle. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Martin. Back to Brooks. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Memphis.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the three-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Raptors looking for a way to break through the East. Smitty, how do they get past the Cavaliers?
I don't know, Kevin. That's the question. As long as LeBron James stands in their way, it won't be easy. DeMar DeRozan said it himself. The key will be finding another star. In today's NBA, you need at least 3 stars to win.
He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Kicks to Miles. Now here is Pirtle. A 14-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Raptors shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. Smitty, you call college basketball games as well. We know you had a terrific career in East Lansing with Michigan State. We're starting to hear from some players, Ben Simmons for one, critiquing the college basketball system for the financial setup and the stringent eligibility rules. Do you give any credence to these complaints? Is the kid right? What changes you think might be made? It's a loaded question with a lot of answer, I'm sure, to it. But it's certainly on the tip of a lot of people's tongue right now.
And I think it should be. You've had some coaches coming out and saying there's some kind of way to be able to change this system and be able to benefit some of these players. I look at it some way, Kevin, where there's some kind of way you have an insurance policy for these guys or some kind of way that they'll be able to finish their degree, even go on to finish their master's degree as long as they want from any college, not just the college they came from. And I also think some kind of way there should be some kind of financial stipend for these guys.
Memphis leading. And Chalmers kicks to Parsons. Passes it to Selden. Out to Brooks. Martin trying to free himself up. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Powell dishes to Wright. He feeds it to Miles. Pass to Siakam. Birtle sets the pick for Miles. 4 on the shot clock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, his sophomore season at Utah, Jakob Poeltl led the Pac-12 in field goal percentage at over 68%. Once he developed his left hand, defenders couldn't do anything to stop him.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Steve, Poeltl was a dominant low-post scorer in college. Can he replicate that, you think, in the NBA?
You know, I think it's going to be hard. Post offense is losing favor in this NBA. You love a big man with soft hands and the ability to finish around the basket, but he has to develop some kind of jump shot.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Parsons. He dishes it to Chalmers. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons.
Well, you leave a guy that open with Parsons on the floor, and you know he's going to find him.
And Wright kicks to Siakam. Tries again. Martin with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin. .30 seconds left in the first. Feeds to Miles. Dishes it to Powell. And again, Toronto no up. Memphis is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
I mean, clearly not on the same page right there. You hate to give away possessions.
Martin with the block. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And Serge Ibaka, known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, he screams you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. he will make that shot.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
Fresh is out there with Selden. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then it's Brooks. And it's Martin in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Brooks misses.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
He took the opportunity when he saw it. Miles has got 5.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. In the corner, Parsons with it. Parsons missing again. Toronto trailing. Now Powell looking for his first basket still in this one. Brooks against Wright. Shot clock at 5. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Here's Martin. Up and in from the low block. Martin's got his first bucket of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And David Fisdale, 8 seasons in Miami as an assistant coach, including 2 seasons as assistant head coach. He's been a top coaching prospect for years.
Well, he's dreamed of becoming a head coach. What he does is he has an unbelievable work ethic. He's determined. Also, he has a great feel for the game, and he has a great relationship with his players and the city of Memphis.
Parsons, right side, goes up off the pick, and finished off by Parsons.
Parsons can go down and flush it on you if you let him. He has some sneaky hops.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And Steve, you are known for ball handling at 6'7". It seems like we're seeing more and more big players with that kind of skills. Antetokounmpo, Ben Simmons in Philadelphia as he begins to come back in his rehab. Of course, LeBron James. Why do you think that's the case? The taller guys handling the ball and with great success.
You know, Kevin, I think it's because now guys are not in the box. I don't think you have positions. It's positionless basketball. And guys want to be able to dribble the basketball, shoot the basketball, and they work on their game. I know kind of in my era, the big guys just stay in the paint. The guards handle the basketball. And then kind of the 2 and the 3 were the only guys that did a lot of different things. But I think right now, guys are learning the game from such a young age to be able to do it all, and that's the reason why we're seeing more triple-doubles.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
So guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, we couldn't do better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles. Kyle Lowry told me, we're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be. Kevin?
And DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. And the Raptors with the ball, following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. Anunoby passes to DeRozan. Here's Anunoby. Screen by Ibaka. Here's DeRozan. Another miss by DeRozan.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
And McLemore kicks to Conley. Davis setting the pick for McLemore. Off the pick. And the dunk by McLemore.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Here's DeRozan. Grizzlies making the shot. Count it. DeRozan's got 10 points.
The versatility of DeMar DeRozan can finish with power or finesse in the painted area.
Lowry against Conley. Evans left side. Outside Green. Outside Conley. Nice D from Valanciunas.
I like the aggressive move on the layup attempt, but the defender, he just stayed right with him.
And the rejection by Evans. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from DeRozan.
Confident from beyond the arc now. This is the biggest thing that's changed in DeRozan's game.
Here's Conley. He's got 6. Green kicks to Evans. In the corner, it's McLemore. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Raptors trail by 3. Outside DeRozan. The feed to Lowry. Back to DeRozan. "18 feet out. Grizzlies with the rebound. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. The pass to Anunoby. Screened by Ibaka. The dish now to DeRozan. And Davis sends it back. They recover it. And he recovers it.
And the rim protection from JaMychal. Another thing he brings to the table.
Memphis leading by 5. Evans with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York. Banked in off the glass.
Evans is a clever player in the pick and roll. Superb at making the right call. Takes advantage of space well.
Lowry against Conley. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Here's Valanciunas. No good. Great D that time from Davis.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Evans. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Tyreke Evans, the 4th pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
Now here's Conley following the miss by DeRozan. And McLemore kicks to Davis. Just 4 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Conley gets the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Raptors trail by 12. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Toronto calls timeout.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the 2 bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
And now a glance at the 2K leaderboard with a list of the NBA's top assist men over the past 10 games. Number 5, Kyle Lowry.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Kicks to Valanciunas. Out left to the wing. Lowry passes to Anunoby. Passes it to DeRozan. They need this one. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. DeRozan's got 15. And Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their players.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and rolls. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
Green, no luck.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Now here's DeRozan. A 29-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. Evans outside. He kicks it to McLemore. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And a quick look at the numbers for Lowry. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 7 assists and 3 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
I totally agree. He has the IQ and the ability to take it up another level anytime he wants.
That free throw good for McLemore. And the Raptors, unique in the NBA, they have a whole nation behind them.
And basketball continues to gain in popularity, especially with the younger generation in Canada. The Raptors are coming to relevance at the perfect time, and the rabid fan base energized by how competitive this group's been the last couple seasons.
And McLemore drops them both. And back when Dave Yeager was the coach of the Grizzlies, Steve, he admitted they were slow and old. Is that still the case? Does this team need to get more athletic?
Yeah, I think they do. They play at a slow offensive pace. They don't get a lot of transition points. Their outside shooting has improved, but they can use more athletes.
Chalmers against Lowry. Pass to Parsons from deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Miles against Brooks. They set the pick. Lowry kicks to Siakam. Over Parsons, a putback, and it's DeRozan with the extra effort.
You like the way that DeMar DeRozan stuck with the play. A lot of guards will shy away from the contact when you have to go to the offensive glass.
Here's Chalmers. It's rebounded by Kyle Lowry. Raptors trail by 8. There's 1:54 left to play in the first half. Here's Pirtle. Goes back up, and he lays it up and in. Pirtle's got 4 points this quarter.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
And here's Miles. He's got 5. He feeds it to Lowry. Pass to Siakam. Lock at 6. Here's DeRozan, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Chalmers against Lowry. Here's McLemore, and he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. Powell, he's checked in for the Raptors. DeLon Wright comes in for Kyle Lowry. That free throw good for McLemore. And you look at the Raptors, one of the top teams in the East, Greg, but do they have a chance to go all the way?
I think they're a threat to make the finals. Can they win it all? They may be a piece or two away, but still a young and aggressive core They continue to try to add pieces, and this is a group that has proven they want to win and win now.
Here's Miles. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Brooks. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. From the low block, it's tipped.
And Parsons with the heads-up play on defense.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Five seconds left in the second quarter. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chandler, how were you guys able to come in here and get off to this kind of start?
They're a great team. The big thing for us is just ball movement, playing unselfish, and doing all the little things that free up other people for shots, cutting, screening, flaring, doing all those little things. We're moving the ball really well, and we're getting out in transition early.
Chandler, looking good so far, my man. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They really did some damage in the second quarter, and as things started clicking for them, they were able to get out to a 9-point lead by halftime. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
Well, they were really in attack mode. The most telling stat is how many times they got to the free throw line. They weren't all afraid to get their hand and get those elbows dirty. You know I'm a specialist when it comes to the elbows, Ernie.
Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Raptors.
Well, they're trailing in this game because they're shooting under 35%. Now, I've got to give a lot of credit to the defense, forcing the shooters off their spots and making them feel uncomfortable. But if someone takes something away from you, you have to be able to adapt. So they need a whole new game plan because right now they're in trouble.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
Welcome back, folks. Pleased to have you with us tonight again here at the FedEx Forum in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. The second half just about to get going here. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And every team needs this, a guy who challenges the defense with that slashing ability.
You know what? So many teams focus on the perimeter and alley-oops. It's important to have someone who can work that in-between area.
Memphis leading by 9, and on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Lowry and DeRozan are the 1 and the 2. They create so much offense. Anunoby the 3 with Ibaka playing the 4. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 roaming the paint. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play going to the line for 1.
What outstanding concentration from Mike Conley, burying the shot despite the harm.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
One shot, gentlemen.
That one misses for Mike Conley.
Dwayne Casey, he's in his 7th season as a head coach of the Raptors. He's developed a great continuity and a comfort level with his players.
And Casey is very collaborative with his staff and players.
You know why, Kevin? He has no ego with him. It's always a two-way conversation with his players. It's about getting it right no matter whose idea it is.
That's good from DeRozan. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Now here's McLemore. Now Conley from 12 feet out. That's good from Davis on the assist by Conley. Conley's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Raptors trail by 11. Now the pass to Anunoby. Screened by Ibaka. Feeds it to DeRozan. And he banks in the layup. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
And look how comfortable he is today shooting the basketball. You can tell DeRozan is feeling it.
Conley kicks to McLemore. And DeRozan sends it back. Passes to Anunoby. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Evans.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
For Toronto, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Memphis leading by 8. Here's Conley. He's got 11. Green with a screen on Ibaka. In the corner, it's McLemore. A three-pointer off the mark.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
DeRozan, and Davis sends it back. It's stolen by Lowry. Now running, there comes Lowry pushing the ball up. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post. I agree. Kevin?
The centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. And Evans throws it down hard.
Love the high activity of Conley on defense, keeping his arms moving all the time to create problems for the opposition.
Raptors trail by 10. Lowry with the ball. 5 points in the game. Ibaka outside. 6 to shoot. Baseline J on the way, and it's DeRozan missing.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's DeRozan missing.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
From the arc. Another miss by Conley.
I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Very few defenders in this league feel comfortable with DeRozan coming right at them on the drive like that.
Green with a screen for McLemore. Outside Conley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Mike Conley is really good at using his shot fake to get guys up in the air. The rest is pretty simple for him.
The Grizzlies have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first.
Mike Conley is an effective two-way player. He's masterful at running the offense for you, and he is a big-time defender at that point guard position.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And the Raptors call time here.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Miles.
And it's been bad news for them in the mid-range game so far. The looks they've been getting aren't the worst in the world, but every shot seems to find a way to rim out, and it's cost them in a major way. Some more ball movement and looking at attacking the basket might be the best way for them to shake things up.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 25. It's stolen by McLemore. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Shoots over DeRozan. Another shot. Green dishes to McLemore. Launches a three. Memphis with the new shot clock. Davis the pass to Green. It's stolen by Valanciunas. DeRozan on the wing. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
Kyle Lowry with great vision and court awareness on that play. What a pass.
And Kyle Lowry over the last few seasons slimmed down about 15 pounds. He's Greg been playing the best basketball of his career.
No doubt. He's still got that low center of gravity, almost like a bowling ball. He just gets under his man, and his strength and tenacity enable him to create chaos at both ends of the floor.
Here's Conley following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Davis sets a screen. Here's McLemore, an easy layup after coming off the pick. McLemore's got 12 in the game.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen and went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
And Valanciunas kicks to DeRozan. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Selden's checked in for Ben McLemore. On defense, the Grizzlies, they've held a 12-point lead earlier. DeRozan passes to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. Ibaka with the screen on Evans. Here's Anunoby. That shot misses, and it's Memphis the other way. Here's Davis, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Raptors trail by 7. And here's DeRozan. He has 30. Screen by Ibaka. For the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Zeldin, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Over DeRozan. No good from Zeldin. The Raptors have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Martin's checked in for the Grizzlies. Fresh comes in for Michael Conley. The Raptors also changing it up. Norman Powell's checked in for Anunoby. And it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. It's stolen by Martin. Down low, here's Evans, and the dunk by Evans.
Gotta admire the leaping ability of Tyreek. Terrific at slamming it home.
It's Powell on the wing. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Back to Powell. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And let's take a quick look at some stats for Powell. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 9 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles. Carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Parsons comes in for JaMychal Green, and Brooks subbed in for Tyreke Evans. Raptors also changing it up. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's C.J. Miles in for DeMar DeRozan. And that one's good. Zeldin.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Toronto calls timeout. Well, a max contract last season for Chandler Parsons, despite, Greg, his history of knee injuries. That was a bold move by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they've needed a great 2-way wing player for years. Hopefully, Parsons can get healthy and fulfill that role for this team.
Raptors trail by 10. And Wright kicks to Poeltl. Dishes to Miles. But teardrop falls in. Miles has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
It's Brooks on the wing. Parsons outside. Now the feed to Chalmers. Over Wright. Chalmers' shot is no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And the Grizzlies leading by 8. To the paint, Poeltl with the steal. Fast break, Toronto goes up, and the dunk by Powell.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Now, here's Chalmers. Martin dishes to Brooks. Cutting the screen. Brooks setting a pick for Parsons. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Miles. The Grizzlies with another miss. Raptors trail by 6. Now, Wright, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Tries yet again, and the shot goes in from Siakam. Siakam's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Chalmers passes to Zeldin. Parsons for 3. And the miss by Parsons.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
The Raptors have gone 9 of 13 from the line. And he knocks down the first one. That one misses. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Now here's Brooks. Here's Zeldin. He has 6.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And Wright kicks to Miles. Birtle sets the pick for Miles. And that one is good. Miles has got 4 points this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Left side Parsons. And Parsons slams it in.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
And Toronto has possession. The Grizzlies making the shot. Powell kicks to Miles. There's a good screen. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up and banks it in. Miles has got 11 points. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Chalmers with it. The dish to Martin. Back to Chalmers. Lets it go with the 3. Sinks the triple. He has 7.
I'll tell you, even though he's a question mark from range, you still have to defend him.
And Wright kicks to Siakam. Back to Wright. From deep, Miles. Second chance shot. Siakam misses.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
Brooks outside. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Zeldin. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. No luck that time either. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. So he gets them both. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And here is Chalmers. 7 points in the game. Here's Brooks. The Grizzlies with another miss. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Powell kicks to Wright. Back to Powell. In the corner, Miles with it. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Left side Parsons, plenty of space. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Chalmers has got 5 assists tonight.
And that's how Parsons makes his living. Great shooter off the catch.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Powell with the screen. There's the pick. Miles against Brooks. Pass to Siakam. Kicks it to Powell. They get the rebound. Here's Pirtle. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Pirtle's got his 3rd basket of the night. And here's Chalmers for 3. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Memphis out in front, up 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to keep the ball moving, keep drawing and kicking, all right? You look at the outlets, make sure again, our bigs, we got to get space. When we're driving, we got to give the ball room.
Looking to stay active on offense, Dwayne Casey asking his guys to apply a lot of movement and a lot of pressure.
And he wants them to go beyond just swinging it around the horn. It's about driving, dishing, and playing inside out.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. They've got Martin, Chandler Parsons out there with Brooks. Then it's Fresh, and it's McLemore in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
And it's Miles missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. To the middle, Powell with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Wright. Here's Ibaka, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
In the corner, Parsons with it. Martin the screen. Parsons attacking. Brooks against Miles. Now McLemore. Parsons for 3. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Chalmers has got 6 assists now in the game. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Powell with the screen. Pass to Miles. And then C.J. Miles with the dunk.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Davis is checked in for Jarrell Martin. Green comes in for Chandler Parsons. Evans, he's checked in for Brooks. And it's Conley in for Fresh. And then for Toronto, Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Pirtle. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Norman Powell. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for DeLon Wright. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Now here's McLemore. Outside Conley. He kicks it to Davis. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Davis, no good on the shot, a bit long that time. Raptors trail by 3. And Miles kicks to DeRozan. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. DeRozan's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Green, the screen. Lowry against Conley. Evans outside. Shot clock at 6. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Miles dishes to Valanciunas. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And Valanciunas, far from a finished product, Steve. His coaches and teammates feel he will get better, but in your opinion, where does he need to improve?
I think on a defensive end, he does a nice job of blocking shots, but I would love to see him in rotations, being able to be there a little bit earlier. And then on the offensive end, extend his range a little bit more and also have somewhat of a go-to move down on the low block.
Now here is Conley on the wing. Evans. Ball's knocked loose. Davis, the pass to Green. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And JaMychal Green, drafted out of Alabama, played a few seasons in the D-League, Greg, but in his 3rd season, a full-time starter in the league with Memphis.
And the Grizzlies like his ability to space the floor from that power forward position. It shows you where the game is going. Face-up skills and mobility coveted at that 4 spot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Michael Green was undrafted out of Alabama, an all-star in the D-League, played abroad, now in his 4th season in the NBA.
You know, Kevin, he has been one of the best value contracts in the league, making the minimum salary even as a starter on a playoff team. You know he's been looking forward to his next deal.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Lowry against Conley. Shoots a fader. Raptors get it back and a new 24.
The quickness Tyreek possesses allows him to be an effective defender. Like seeing him engage on this end of the floor.
Here's McLemore. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 14 points for Ben McLemore.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, and the rim protection, not there. You expect someone to at least come over and contest.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Evans. Outside, Davis. Evans inside. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Lowry. Here's Anunoby. Green with the block. Davis kicks to McLemore. Evans outside. He feeds it to Conley. And there's the pass to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Lowry against Conley. Rosen dishes to Lowry. Screen by Valanciunas. Here's Anunoby. Bucket is good. Anunoby's got the game tied up here for Toronto.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Green with a screen on Lowry. And it's Evans in the corner. No one near him. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot, a big reason why they're ahead in this game.
Here's DeRozan. And Davis pulls it down. Now here's McLemore. DeRozan defending. McLemore with the ball. Green passes to Conley. Here's Davis. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
To the inside and finished off by DeRozan.
Well-timed play with a powerful ending. DeMar DeRozan, he went got that one.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here's Evans. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Anunoby, covered by Evans. To take the lead, and DeRozan at the basket on the assist by Lowry. And that's 38 points for DeMar DeRozan. And here is Conley. Evans outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Evans is a nice player, a guy who can play multiple positions, an effective scorer.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
And he sinks the second. Here's Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. Screened by Ibaka. Feeds it to DeRozan. It's rebounded by Memphis. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to Green from past the arc. Good on the triple. Green's got 4 this quarter.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Ibaka outside. Outside DeRozan. The 19-foot shot, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And McLemore gets to Conley. Over to the left wing. Kicks it out to Evans. And that one is off. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand.
Lowry gets more and more comfortable launching threes the longer he's in the league.
Now here is Conley. Baseline try. Chalk up 2 there. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's Anunoby. He dishes it to DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
He misses the free throw. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Selden's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Outside Conley. Kicks it out to Evans. Davis dishes to Evans. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. Evans can't get that one to fall.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
The Grizzlies shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Takes the 13-footer. Memphis the rebound. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Here's Anunoby, guarded by Green. DeRozan in the corner. From down in the low post, it goes. DeRozan's got 40 points.
Loaded up with a lot of confidence. DeMar DeRozan can be a big-time performer.
And it's Evans in the corner, inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. 4-on-3 break. DeRozan's shot is off. Memphis trailing here. Selden kicks to Conley. Here's Selden. DeRozan defending. 4-on-3 break. Pass to Anunoby. The Grizzlies pull it in.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
Here's Conley. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down. Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lowry against Conley. Over Lowry. Another miss by Conley.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas.
Oh, my goodness, he's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how that error will ultimately play out.
Now Conley. This is to Davis. They need this one, and it's Davis with the jam.
What about the passing of Conley? Always ready to zip it over to the open man.
.1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Fires at the elbow, and it's in there. DeRozan's got 42 in the game.
DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that make. Huge shot.
Davis sets a screen. Evans a screen on DeRozan. Conley kicks to Davis. That shot no good. Nice D from Valanciunas. Here's Anunoby, covered by Evans. Shot from free throw range. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And it's a 6-point Toronto lead.
One of his strong points, DeMar DeRozan, is so dependable when he gets to the mid-range. He knocks those down often.
It's Evans on the wing. Kept alive. Here's Green. And the rejection by Ibaka. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. From deep, count it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And that's a great pick. Jamaica with the quick footwork and toughness to set these.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
no choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those two to fall.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 5. 20 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
I mean, tough position, but really they can't blame anybody but themselves.
They've certainly missed on some opportunities, but stranger things have happened. They need a quick shot and an immediate foul right here.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Fizdale talking to his team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
What I love about Kyle Lowry, he had trouble getting along with coaches early in his career, but made the change and has thrived ever since.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Here's Selden. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
One shot.
Toronto with the ball. It's a 3-point game. And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And here's Conley outside. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, we know this team has offensive options, but it looks like there's great confidence defensively now.
Yeah, we have to be. That's what we got to do. If we play defense, we know we can score the basketball whenever we want. We just got to get stopped.
Very impressive, DeMar. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you next time.